my god. I am back. Just a moment for anybody that is popping in. I have to do some editing. If it lets me figure out how to get back to my channel. On my iPhone, so if the stream freezes up, it's because of a call coming in and I'd have to end the stream. If it's going to show up at all. Do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. There we go. It's there. And we have sound. Hey, Blue! Well, thank you for double dipping, my dear. All right, just gotta do some quick edits in here. Oops. Ah! It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, edit. And of course, this is the computer that freezes up, so getting to some of it is kind of a pain because it likes to freeze. Yeah. Save changes. Now, will it let me get back to the video? Looks like it did. I am going to... I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be working on creating a new critter today out of wool. I don't know what I'm creating yet. We'll see where it takes me. I haven't needle felted for a while because my hands are pretty torn up. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. And they're not healing up, so it's going to be lots of hand lotion today. I decided it's time to get a little bit of needle felting done. Let's see, so where is my Twitter? That's what it is. Oh, good grief, it's been a while. Normally I just automatically set everything up and go through Instagram and there it goes, you know. Okay, so that's on Facebook. Now let's get the music up and running. And get the video back up so I can see what's going on. Oh, Discord should be one more. And just go over to my channel on Discord. Not that I have a whole lot of people that look at my channel, but hey, it's a thing. Where am I? forgot my picture. I have myself in a pirate hat on my Discord. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna shut Discord app off. Oh, yes, I would, Mudbrooker. How big is said kettle? Hi, Blair the cat. All right, so this boy here, we're not working on today because I am out of red wool. So he has not been worked on. I'm not going to get him ready for the state fair in September because I am completely out of red and I can't afford it. So he's just supervising today. And anybody who's been, he is. Anybody who's been paying attention to Digital Hammurabi would be seeing that painting in the background has hit their channel. It's gonna cost me about $200 to scan that, probably another $50 to do the print of it that I'm gonna, and then I don't know how much to ship that and the print to Josh and Megan so they can keep the painting and auction the print off for their scholarship program. So forgive the camera quake here. I'm gonna try to get us in a good position. There we go. My hands may or may not be in the way. We'll see. Oh, and then I try to roll my chair to get stuck on the rug. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we have Matt Bell. Yeah, I love that Laura Jade came out. I still have to call her Laura Cliff Jumper just to keep the two straight between that and my daughter. So who's also named Laura. So it's kind of fun. I actually really enjoy it. Boy, this phone is plugged in and the cord is like right in front of me. Haven't needle felted in a long while on camera. Oh, come on. Someday I'm gonna have multiple stands and that'll be really cool. And I have jewelry stuff set up on my desk back here, so everything's kind of crowded yet. Just forgive me, I'm looking at the camera to see where I'm at here. That looks better. Okay. I didn't hear about Matt Bell, no. Wow. Isn't he like the really religiously hoity-toity something? Yeah, I'll post it. Well, you can probably learn a little needle felting right here. We'll get into the tools a little bit. I have a nice piece of foam right here. Okay. And basically to start, as with these big needles, now I have some holders that can hold up to 12 needles at a time for doing bulk projects. But this is what the needles look like when they're not in the holder. And you see it's got the hook at one end and that goes inside the holder. There's different sizes, so like this is a bigger needle right here. Some of them are for more thicker areas, and then I have thinner needles for getting into the high detail. Each of these needles is barbed. There's little tiny barbs on there, and the reason why is because you're dealing with animal fibers have a property that artificial fibers do not. So needle felting with like acrylic and bamboo silk doesn't work so good. Regular silk works phenomenal. You know, any animal hair that includes cat, dog, human hair works, is because when you look under a microscope at the hairs, there's little tiny, the keratin forms little scales. And when you take this barbed needle and you shove it through, just like this, I might have to switch needles. This one feels a little dull. What you're going to find is it starts taking on a shape. And you can manipulate this shape any way you want. And that's basically all there is to felting. And you see it's starting to hang together here. And you can use more than one needle. This is actually my favorite tool right here. I use this more for when I have to take the colored wool and go over top of a piece. But you see it's leaving an indent there. So that's basically all there is to it. It's just learning to manipulate these shapes. And the thing is you can take another piece of wool and add right onto what you're doing. Like I just did here. I brought this over. And it's going to lock into place, just like that. And you see it's starting to lock. And that's because all those little scales you're forcing them to lock together. And they're not going to come apart easy, unless you have my cat. Okay, open link in new tab. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, you're kidding. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mudbrooker, I don't know how I would be able to pay for that or go get it, because I am as broke can be. Well, you know, Blue, I don't mind pointing out a pedophile, so let's go. Matt Bell had a very popular YouTube channel, and he did this, so, yeah. I get really irritated with pedophiles. It's just disgusting. I had one try to have me as a victim when I was 8, and luckily a lot of people were terrified of my mother, especially when she found out. So I was pretty lucky there. Sorry, just putting some lotion on. Dealing with wool, you want to lotion your hands very, very well. And especially in my case, because my hands, I have to be checked if I have active rheumatoid arthritis going on now. And I still can't afford the co-pays to the doctor. So, it's, I have the insurance, I just can't afford to pay for the co-pays. So, I'm in a lot of pain and miserable 24/7. Oh, Aiden restored it, but was painted when I got it, so there's no knowing if it was lead paint. No, I would just, I have this, you know, I like to add weird things to my garden. Oh, thank you, Blair. Oh my gosh, that's actually my second ever super chat. Okay, there, lotioned up pretty good. What I'm using here, somebody gave me Hustle butter for tattoos, and with the type of skin reactions I'm having, this works so well because it's actually soothing it. Which, hey, if it's supposed to soothe healing tattoos, it should be decent, right? It wasn't cheap stuff either. I had designed the tattoo for them, and they went in and got it, so they bought extra of the butter and gave me some of it. So I love this stuff. I'm gonna have to order it myself. I'm also gonna be designing my son's tattoo. He's looking at, for now, because of a family member stealing an awful lot of his scholarship money. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch needles. This one just pushed right into the holder. Anyway, he's looking at probably going with air traffic control for a while. But he's moving back to Minnesota to go work at the airport repairing airplanes again and stuff like that. So 1 semester away from finishing his degree, and a certain family member was just an utter dick. That's all I can say. Oops, I put that in wrong. Good job. I think I am going to have to put something in there deeper too, because it's shoving the needles in. Yeah, I would love to have that cast iron kettle though. That would be phenomenal, because I kind of want to do a fantasy garden. See, this needle's working better. I'd love to do a fantasy garden, and I have like teapots hanging off my fence and concrete leaves and stuff like that. And my goal eventually is to have like miniature houses and kind of a mix between Alice in Wonderland and a pretty witchy garden, you know. I have to paint my outside signs, painting every section of permanent plants, so like the strawberries will be labeled, the raspberries, the blueberries, and the grapevine and stuff. So if my landlord, you know, if I get to where we can't handle this house, Troy and I, and we have to move, my landlord's gonna have the entire garden just figured out and know what is where. Just as you see, it's starting to form closer and closer here. We're just gonna do a little body here, I think. Get started. And another thing too with the needle felting is you can get wool like this, or you can make your own wool felt with the bigger tools, or wet felting, which binds it really tight. There's a whole process to wet felting. I haven't actually done it yet. But you can cut this up and felt it right to what you're working with, and because it's actual wool, it's going to have the same properties and bind. The common cheap felt that you find will not do that. Yeah, I'm making an egg. Oh. No, I don't need more kittens, Mudbrooker. I got 2 kittens. Oh my gosh, Balam and Chell are getting so pretty. Their coat development, they're looking like what they call a blue smoke for Maine Coons. And so their undercoat is this light gray and then the black over top, and Balam is getting these gorgeous stripes to his face and legs. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We got really lucky. I found out because my mother-in-law went and brought some feral kittens to the Humane Society. And hi, Paranoia. Oh yeah, it's blue smoke is the Maine Coon kittens we got. That's their coloration. But anyway, what we found out with no-kill shelters, and these two almost ended up at the shelter. Well, Chell did, because she was pretty sick when I got her. I didn't know she was going to make it. And she was just cold, and I mean, it was rough. And they were so tiny, you know, I almost had to syringe feed them. They were that little. But found out that with the Humane Society and with even in no-kill states, they will put down cats who are sick. Well, the problem is you get these little dinky kittens that have to be bottle fed every 2 to 4 hours. And the Humane Society is not open for 12 hours overnight. So unless they get these kittens to a foster home, they can't take care of them. So they qualify them as sick and they euthanize them. And this is with a lot of feral or found kittens. Black kittens have it the worst. They have trouble. They told my mother-in-law that they don't get adopted. So the black kitten that she turned in with the other ones for sure was going to be put down. And then they charged my mother-in-law $85 for turning in these feral cats. So I feel very glad what caused us not to bring Chell in. I was even thinking, okay, I'm just going to have the vet look at her, see if she's going to make it. You know, the staff worker that was at the Humane Society that morning, that we found him in the shed at my patient's house. Just have them take a look, and if they think she's going to make it, I'll take her home. But even then, they weren't going to be open for another hour. And my husband and I got to the Humane Society building, and we looked at the sign as when their hours were, and we turned around, went to Walmart, got kitten food, got kitten supplies, and came home. And I'm very glad we made that decision, because they're both black. And they would have been, Chell for sure would have been put down. They wouldn't have tried. And, you know, we're in Minnesota, we're supposed to be no kill, but she was sick, and both of them were black kittens, and they had to be bottle fed every 2 hours. So, you know, their eyes were barely open. So I'm glad we made the decision that we did. A second, checking my mouse here, because I don't want the computer to go to screensaver. But my gosh, they are the funnest little babies. Oh my word. They're so incredibly cute. It's unbelievable how cute they are. And they're weaning themselves off. They still want the bottle, but then they'll only take a little bit, and then they're like, oh, we're done. And they're eating their kibble, and we haven't gotten them to try the wet food yet. They're just not interested. Which normally a kitten will go to wet food before they go to the dry. But these two, I have Iams kitten food, because I feed the big boys Iams. And I've had really good luck with that cat food. And so the Iams kitten food, they really seem to like it. So it's like, okay, whatever. I think we're gonna make another troll doll today. I think that's what's happening here. I'm just trying to get this body shape together here. This troll's gonna be a little bit bigger than some of my other ones. You'll find too, when you're needle felting, this can be very hard on the shoulder if you have any shoulder problems. Yeah, Mudbrooker, if you want to hit me up on Discord, and my link is in the description, and then I can, you know, we can work out how we'll get that thing shipped and stuff. And I mean, I could, if anything, if you wanted a piece, you know, a smaller piece of art done for it or something like that, I'm willing in exchange. Because like I said, I'm pretty well broke as heck right now. So we'll figure something out. I do want that kettle. I really do. It sounds awesome. I love cast iron so much. Yeah, my bank account, because, you know, I had been without more than 20 hours a week work when I did get back to work after I'd lost my job in November. And after being off for the surgery and everything, I had to take out several loans just to make ends meet because the GoFundMe only had so much. And so my bank account has not gotten past the serious bouncing stage because these payments on these loans have all come due, and then what was happening is that they were going through the day before my paycheck was. And so I finally got that mess fixed, but in the meantime, my student loan payment bounced. And the bank returned it. So now they want $70,000. So I have to call them Monday and get that figured out if they'll let me do, you know, some sort of payment or plan again or something. Restore the payment plan. Because I was on this account rehabilitation thing for a year, and it started after I had the surgery. And well, now, no, it's not. Yeah, we have a turd. There we go. So I'm going to form the head here. Almost looks like I'm forming something else. Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's making naughty stuff. Yeah, so I hope I can get my student loan stuff figured out. It's just been really hard to kind of keep a positive thing going. I don't know how I'm still smiling. It's been a challenge. On a little more positive note, though, we did the yeah, they really do. Yeah, the medical system is just hideous. Anyway, hubby drinks Mountain Dew, and I drink, you know, diet Mountain Dew here and there. Well, more here than there lately, because my work schedule, now that I'm back to work, is so crazy. Just trying to keep the caffeine going. Anyway, Mountain Dew had this thing where they had the collecting the 50 states labels and the bottle caps. And if you collected all 50 and turned it in online, they'd send you a $100 Visa card. Well, last week, Mountain Dew and my kids, because they gave us a gift card, we went out to Cheesecake Factory. Mountain Dew paid for that. And yesterday, Mountain Dew bought me a pair of shoes. My sneakers were completely worn out. They're terrible. So I got some nice little Pumas that I can go wearing around and stuff that were $60 shoes at DSW. I paid $26 for. And it was on Mountain Dew's back, and we're getting ready to turn in the fourth set of states. You can do 5 per account. We don't know if it's 5 per household yet. But yeah, it was my in-laws thought that the whole thing was a scam that Mountain Dew was doing, and here God, we're making about an $80 profit per turn in. So, yeah. And hubby is a bit of a dew addict, so there really is no way to change it, you know? He's tried to quit before and it just isn't doing it, and he's losing weight anyway. Yeah, well, you're in a situation, you'd be so hosed in the States, Paranoia. Oh my God. You should be glad you're a Canadian in that respect. I'm gonna try to form a head now here. Just want to get something ready for Pagan Pride too, so I have to get a bunch of stuff ready to sell. I have more earrings to make. I got more bracelets to finish. Yeah. It should be in the description. I thought I put it in there. Oh, I didn't put the Discord link in there. Really? How did I not have it in there? What's the matter with me? Okay, let me fix that. Oh, my, okay. Thought for a moment my computer froze again. Oh, I don't have the Discord in my notes on this one. Oh, just message me on Facebook. Here we go. I'll put down my Facebook here. It's a public profile, so I'm not worried about my real name getting out there, because if you look at any of my live streams and see my paintings, my real name's out there. So here's the link. Just message me on there. Oh. Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm in Minnesota myself. Yeah, and the only reason why hubby is getting any sort of treatment for his MS and why he's still able to walk right now is because he's under a research study with the University of Minnesota. And because he's been abiding by everything and he's going on his second year of the study, they're talking that they're going to sign him up for the 20-year study. The only problem is then we can't really move out of Minnesota. We're going to have to stay in Minnesota. Yeah. Just trying to form a bit of a neck here. Although the trolls really don't have much on the way of neck, but I still need to have a piece to be able to attach to the main body. I suppose I could try making a mermaid too, but I don't know. Maybe a mermaid? Shall we do that? Because I'm actually getting a head shape going here. Oh, thank you, Kit. The only problem is aluminum is not really that, it doesn't bring a lot of money. some of this is gonna, shape is gonna change when I add more tones to this too. Okay. I don't know, just doing wool like that. And the challenge is going to be getting her to sit up. Yeah, I'll do the troll. And I also don't have to deal with the flesh tones at that point. Okay. Woolly Bug, the Ancient Magus Bride. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh, that's too cute. That's really cute. Yeah, my thing though is I want to kind of, I mean, I do make my little ponies and stuff like that out of wool, but I really would like to kind of create my own critters. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Moffat. I think I'm making a troll. Hi, Wildheart. Thank you so much, Miss Moffat. So I'm gonna have to actually make their head bigger, because their heads are pretty big. I have a specific design for my trolls. And part of it is that they're part of the story that I am working on for a children's series. Where it's my English cottage garden, where I just pretend that hubby and I went to you know, go and live in this cottage in England, and I become the mother of the woods or the witch of the woods, and these little creatures live in my garden along with the little dragons and things like that. And so like the first one, I have like 2 paragraphs left trying to finish the baby story. Yeah, the stress is terrible. I've been up and down depressed, I'll tell you. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to end the baby story, and then go on to kind of like a little chapter book is going to be the next one. And of course I have to illustrate and everything too. So that, trying to figure out the illustrations. I know now more of the history and the physical aspects of my little trolls and everything, so I want to have it tie into the real world as much as possible. But I will tell you this, if you guys see the little wild bunny rabbits in your yards, they may not be wild bunny rabbits. If you don't have the specific magic item, or if you don't have a little child with you that can see them for what they are, they might just be a troll. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how they stay hidden. They disguise themselves, and then, you know, most of us adults can't see them for what they actually are, unless we have a certain sense of magic, or we have certain items that, like rings or anything that, labradorite and amber usually will allow us to see them. Amber is better because it, you know, it's clear, so you can actually use it as a lens. Yeah, there's enough trolls on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, if you have amber, I don't know if real resin would work. Resin Oregon pyramid or Oregon pyramid, pardon me, Oregon might work because of the intentions of the magic behind it, of making it, because it is woo. But anyway, but some of them are real pretty. Anyhow, amber, because it is an ancient resin, has the properties to be able to allow us to see them for what they really are. Otherwise, you know, I mean, and there are natural bunnies, but they just figured that the easiest disguise so humans don't see them is to look like our little wild bunny rabbits that run around. It's only natural, you know. Okay. Let's start forming the face. I am the artist working on the story. You might be able to talk to ghosts. Yeah, on my storybook thing, I have my sister-in-law is a graphics artist, and I'm going to be doing, what we're thinking of is I'm going to be doing painted backgrounds, and then make the figures out of wool. And my other sister-in-law is a photographer, and so we're probably going to do these miniature scenes with my dragons and everything. Hi, Amber. And, you know, and act out the story scenes with the wool figures and do, like, you know, what they used to do the really, really old storybooks with. And then my other sister-in-law is going to clean up the clean up the images and everything and typeset. And then we just get the story in there. So we've got it all figured out. Okay, just a second. Friend requests, Mudbrooker and Kit. Oh, how did I not have Foxy on here? There, okay. Got you added. Yeah, so this has been something I've been working on, and I just thought kind of leaning more towards a almost Victorian style of storybook or something would be really, really cool. Because while some of those images were a little eerie sometimes, there was a lot of art involved, you know? But now that I have the biology of these critters figured out, that's going to make it so much easier. Because now I know where I'm going with it all. And that's the important part. Sorry, trying to make sure I stay on the camera here. I always start building the eye sockets around the nose, because that just helps me determine what the rest of the face is going to look like. And I do this in the stories too, like some of the mushrooms, certain ones will talk. So even though the trolls will eat nothing but seeds and stuff like that, they'll never kill a plant because some plants are magical and they can talk to them. So they have a little issues with human gardens sometimes because, you know, to eat, we do kill plants, you know. But they also understand that we have to eat too, you know. But they themselves will not kill a plant. So if it's something that needs pruning back, they'll cut from it. You know, because some plants thrive when they're pruned. So they're very wise little critters. Try to get that nose shaped in there. And I don't mind selling the trolls. I've kept my first one Tupper because he's the subject of these stories. He sees all the birds and everything up high in the sky and the treetops, and trolls don't go up in the trees. But he wants to learn to fly. Yes, some plants are magical. Oh, Blair. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's cool. My husband's working on his world for GURPS because he does gaming every other Saturday. I work so many hours I don't have time to game, unfortunately. And that's how we met, was playing D&D. Now I'm still on camera, yep. Yeah, hubby and I were at college and at the same college, and they had this meeting for people wanting to set up after school groups and stuff, and so I decided to go to this meeting. And he's very much an introvert, and he gets very even though he can be on stage and everything and do theater without a problem because he's in character, meeting new people is terrifying for him. But he turned around and decided he was going to form a gaming group on campus. So he stood up and started talking about his gaming group, and I joined. And even though I introduced him to his now ex-wife, his now ex-wife introduced me to my ex-husband. So yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh my god. Pun wars. I love pun wars. Oh my god, that's funny. You guys. I love puns. Hubby and I had a bad craft show one time, and we spent 4 hours punning each other, and we had people at other craft tables were just laughing at us because it was hysterical. And we were making puns with the jewelry tools and stuff like that because there was like no customers that day. It was a small craft show and it really stunk. So we bided our time.
Making comedy. And no, hubby and I got married in 2015. And so it took us a while going through our respective divorces and everything, you know. But, yeah, we both haven't forgotten the day we met. And some of the gaming sessions were just absolutely hilarious. We'd game in the college cafeteria. So we had one girl that would come and sit nearby us there were several people that would sit nearby just to listen. And at one point, the humor got so bizarre. Well, actually worse, because a lot of the things I didn't understand what it was I said, that I didn't understand the innuendo behind what I said because I was pretty naive. And so this poor girl spit her milk onto her tray in the cafeteria because she bust out laughing. We actually had a real spit take. It was just, and she kept coming back. It was so funny. I'll get your message in a bit, Mudbrooker. So yeah, we had regular fans. And there was the lecherous sword that my character got a hold of, because we had guys, I was the only girl in the sessions, and we had guys that decided right away that hubby was doing a Monty Hall campaign, which he really wasn't. There were certain items that were worth quite a bit, but it was story-wise, and he does a lot of story role play. He's a very good DM. But they got kind of pissy about it, so they gave my character this sword that had this ancient elven writing on it, and you know, she was well, in that campaign she was dark elf. She isn't anymore. But they handed her this sword, and she just put it in her bag. She was going to return it to her elders when she ran into some elven elders. And at one point, she didn't have much of a weapon, and they encountered all this undead. And the guys were really ticked off, too, because she decided the only thing she had handy was grab that sword. So she grabbed that sword, and the first thing that happened is the sword goes, woohoo! And she accidentally flung it, because all of a sudden the sword talked. So Silver Death went sailing, because I rolled a 1. I rolled a lot of 1s with a particular die too, and I still have it. I swiped it from hubby. But anyway, those guys, the men in tights, were so mad that she had this one, this legendary sword, and the funny thing is it was the only valuable item out of that entire haul. They tried to loot everything else for the gold and everything else. Oh, I'm still popular. When I walk into the source, I'm still very popular. I'm gamer girl all the way, But yeah, the only thing of value in that whole thing was that darn sword, and those guys screwed up, and boy, they were mad. It was hilarious. Let's give you a little bit of a chin here. Yeah, the thing is when hubby had another gaming group later, there were several girls in it. He just seemed to get all the girls. Now, my ex-husband didn't appreciate it at all, but he still was mad at hubby even when hubby was helping us move and stuff like that, so unjust anger there. But I think part of it might have been that he sensed that my current hubby and I actually belonged together. Because when I met him, I had the feeling I married the wrong guy. Never had an affair or anything, but we just always talked, you know. We're always talking to each other. And I gamed with his ex-wife and his sisters and everything else. You know, I couldn't get my ex-husband into gaming very much at all. It was just a mismatch. Okay. Now we're gonna figure out this mouth. What am I doing for an expression on you? Takes a bit to work a face. And I like the exaggerated faces. I do this on any pumpkins I make and stuff too. Hey, Lucian! How are you, dear? Oh. Oh, dear. I love it. Yeah, the troll is taking a beating. Yeah, Egg Girl, I'm making a troll doll. Not your typical one. This is actually from just a particular style of trolls that I make that are going to be in a series of children's books that I'm working on when I have the time, which is not very often. I'm trying to get ready for selling stuff at Twin Cities Pagan Pride and all of that stuff, you know. I think we are still going to make this a girl troll because I think the girl troll might sell a little better. And I want to play with sewing beads on and stuff like that. So let's give her a little bit of a smile. They do have a bit of a recessed chin. So that's just the way they came out when I initially started with Tupper. But the face is forming. I had debated on painting tonight, but the one painting I'm working on is of the little boy I used to take care of that passed away back in May. And so the painting is of he and his mom, and so it's a bit more personal, and I didn't feel comfortable live streaming that. Oh, I am so happy that you're here, Egg Girl. I'm really happy. That's so cool. All right, have a good night, Blair. Thank you for stopping in. This doll's probably going to be a little bigger than I expected. Just trying to form the base of the mouth. I'll add colored wool to all of this later, of course. There we go. Now I'm going to give some eyebrows right in here. I love felting, I really do. I have several of my older live streams up, Egg Girl. One where I needle felted a Chirin, and he came out just absolutely beautiful. And that one was all live. And actually, Heavy Hauler has Cypress the Chirin. For those who know Heavy Hauler. He took the best pictures of my Chirin too. He had him in his beard, and because Heavy Hauler's got this epic beard. It's just a beautiful beard. So he had him, had Cypress whispering in his ear while sitting on his shoulder, and I mean, just the cutest pictures. They're so awesome. Trolls are tricky to sculpt because you want to keep them cute, but you don't want them looking human. You know, you don't want them looking like babies or anything. I do the tops of their heads a little flatter. Yeah. And their skin is white because, well, I'm too lazy to go and try to deal with flesh-colored wool. I'd have to dye my own, and again, right now I just buy pre-done wool. Oh yeah, Heavy Hauler's got quite the beard on his chest. Lots of leather. On the bridge of his nose? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's wild. I'm gonna take a sip of my caffeine here. Oh, Heavy Hauler's a cutie. Yeah, what's your costume, Egg Girl? I'm working on a scale mail, black scale mail bra for myself. I won't have it done by the Renaissance Festival, but I just want to make one. I'm going to have to set the scales. It's my first attempt at scale mail, so it's been really tricky learning to do it. But I'm going to have to set the scale mail fabric on an actual swimsuit top or something, because otherwise there's going to be pinching, and that isn't comfy. Could probably buy a really good bra then too, though. Get a black one and lay the scale over it, and then leather over top of the straps and everything. And then, you know, because the girls are a little large, so at least a bra probably would give me more support than a swim top would. And could be adjusted downward eventually as I lose more weight. I've stagnated again, but it's been a lot of eating, and I mean, you know, we had Cheesecake Factory paid for and everything, and so now it's back on track again, and I've been working out again, a little less pain involved. I really was in a lot of pain for a while again. It just kind of goes up and down, so pretty not sure if it is the fibro or if I have full-blown rheumatoid going on now. Of course, they test me every year for lupus too, so something autoimmune going on. So it's like working out. I had trouble walking. It was that bad. So I'm feeling better. Probably won't get a workout in tonight because we're doing this, but I needed to do this. That and you know, all my spare time, like I did 3 12-hour night shifts in a row, so it's like trying to get a workout in with that is really challenging, especially bottle feeding kittens. So it's like everything just kept adding up. It was just crazy. I'm gonna tuck that nose down a little bit. Don't want the bridge sticking out so much. And this is a girl troll, so we're gonna try to make her nose a little cuter. Takes a lot to sculpt a face. I used to sculpt in bronze. I love lost wax. Oh my gosh. But bronze is really, really expensive. I add some depth to the nostrils too. Okay, you're getting a little diabolical there, and I don't like that. We don't want you being diabolical. The brownies that are kind of the naughty ones in the garden, and the squirrels. So no, the trolls are not diabolical. Here we go. That's better. There we go. All right. Now, gotta get my colored wool here. Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, some of it is. No, I haven't, Egg Girl. Never tried that. If I do any armor type pieces, I work in actual leather. But my last major, besides doing a posture collar, my last major one was making a top hat out of saddle leather. Oh, a fox. Oh, cool. Yeah, the hands always cause the problems. Trolls are misunderstood, aren't they? Oh, sweet. I didn't know that about pennies. Oh yeah, brownies are fun. I don't think they actually were there is a villain, and I can't remember. Hubby's sleeping, but I can't remember what, because he's helping me out with the world building on this. And I don't remember what critter actually is kind of the bad guy. But they live in the caves, little caves like in hollows of trees and stuff. Yeah, exactly. But I can't remember what exactly they were, because we wanted to incorporate some real lore into the whole thing. So, I'll be careful using up my reds. I need a little bit of red, though. But yeah, and the squirrels are troublemakers in the garden, too. But that's mainly because squirrels are curious, and they think they're kind of like Tasselhoff from the Dragonlance series, where they just want to, you know, they're little kleptos. And then there's various forms of dragons, like there's the little garden dragons that, you know, will go and take care of like rotting vegetation and stuff like that. And then there's like some of the dragons that take care of the fireplaces in the house so that, you know, the soot gets cleaned out and stuff like that. If you have to have a chimney sweep, then you're probably not being nice enough to your dragon, because they like to have a little bit of hot pepper, whether it's paprika or cayenne or pepper flakes or anything like that mixed with honey. That's one of their favorite treats. And if you don't treat your house dragons very often, you're going to get some soot buildup in your fireplace, and that's a fire hazard, because they'll just get a little bit lazy at you. But you know, so there's different types of dragons out there. No clue what I'm doing yet. I don't like that. Well, I have the start of a mouth there. Let's figure that out. I know I gotta watch Stranger Things yet. Oh, what's the, put up the link, Lucian. I'll approve it for his channel. I don't mind sharing channels in my live chats. So if anybody, you know, if you have a channel to promote, I know it'll block the link, but I'll put the link up. Especially if it's another artist, I'm more than game with that. I'm recording on my cell phone. I can't refresh the stream or it's gonna kill it. Yeah, it's still coming through on the phone, but no, anyway, what I was saying, if I'm not roboting, is if you don't, if you have a channel that you want to put up in the live chat, feel free. I'll approve it. Oh, neat. Okay, I'm holding. Alright, so little troll, what color will your eyes be? Let's make them the bright greens of the trees, with a hint of the color of the sea. Well, that's a good base color. Yep, I'm starting with a base color here. Maybe once I have her eyes, I'll figure out what to do with her mouth. I save the glass eyes for my dragons mostly. My hope is I'd love to someday have a booth at sales and stuff where it's just this built-up magical booth where kids can, you know, go and look at all and touch all the little critters and interact with them a bit. But that requires more time than I actually have. That's a lot of construction. I think this one's gonna be a little sillier. I think that's where we're going. Somebody cute and fun. These girls can be silly too. Especially this music's kind of putting me in that. All right. All right, let's take a look at this channel. Whoops, it kicked me out of mine. All right, mythology and fiction, got it. There. Yeah, I love that stuff. No, I'm back. Phone's still okay? Yep. No, it was just I clicked on the channel I should have done open in a new tab from live chat. I'm back to making chainmail bracelets tonight on break. Trying to finish up a batch. I had to take over the chainmail because hubby's hands are so bad from the MS that he can't handle the pliers anymore, so he's doing more knitting and stuff, so we have, you know, more, depending on the event that we sell at, you know, because general craft sales, things like knitting and stuff like that will sell a lot better than, say, the little troll dolls or anything. So we're having to go, you know, alternate what types of products we take with, and they're going to be sorted in separate cases and labeled, so okay, we're going to this event, we take this case, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, freaky. Oh, that's a freaky, sounds weird. Oh my god. I want to make a good one. He's doing better. He's had some remission. It comes and goes. He was pretty happy to have remission for a while. He had better mobility. The problem is with primary progressive MS that remission means more pain because he can feel everything. So it's like kind of a catch-22 there. Okay, we're gonna go that green. Oh, I hear the kittens playing in the pen out in the living room. I'm playing with a little jingle ball. They are so cute. This is where I have to be careful because I could easily just bring the wrong wool into the spot I'm working on. Okay. And then I'd have to resculpt some spots and it'd be really annoying. Jingle balls. Jingle ball, jingle ball. Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to sit and watch the kitten play. Jingle ball, jingle ball. I'm procrastinating. I have to do the first nail trimming of the kittens. Oh. And the reason I've been procrastinating is sometimes my eyes are so bad I can't see squat in their claws. They're so little. They got just a little itty bitty claws. Oh, she's already coming out cute. Oh, I'm liking that. Maybe if I make her an elder, that'd be kind of fun. Right now I need black. Aha! Ah, found it. I have all my wool together in a bag. It just gets so messy. One gray, one white and gray, one dark gray with brown stripes. Oh. Grab my towel and make sure I'm wearing blue jeans with a blanket over my legs and long sleeves. Oh, tuxedo cats are pretty. Yeah, these two are showing a lot of the traits of purebred Maine Coons. They actually have the physical look of purebreds. I don't know if they're going to acquire the size because they are from a feral colony, so you know there's been other breeds mixed in. But they also have been kind of an inbred colony. So they might have enough of that there to really get the full Maine Coon traits in. No. My husband made the same jokes about my guinea pigs, though. Oh my gosh. We joke here that the cats keep trying to have mommy tea every time I steep in the bathtub. They all of a sudden have to come taste the bath water, and it's like, that's kind of frightening. I know if I die, the cats will be kind enough to, to make sure that my corpse is disposed of properly. Yeah, hey girl, are you still hanging around? Yeah, my guinea pigs are gone. I don't have any more. I'm not getting any more, especially city ordinances. You can't have more than 4 pets. I have 4 cats now. Okay. My husband still jokes about that. I didn't let him eat the guinea pigs. Okay, what is this one? Pigs is pigs. Oh, yeah! Okay, I'm not gonna get myself in trouble with that. I'm gonna have to watch that later. I remember that. Too funny. Okay. Sometimes I'll use pure wool yarn. I have to make sure that it's not, doesn't have any additives like nylon or stuff in it. But otherwise, I kind of make my own here. I also do, I need to learn to do some spinning too. I have a spinning wheel that works. I actually also have one of those hand spinners. But right now I have so much yarn and everything to work with that I don't need it yet. Go. Oh, almost got my finger. Needle was coming through the other side. Almost had my finger. Go. That's a little weird. Her eyes climbing up her nose. Oops. That's not how it's supposed to be. Some principles of anatomy that have to kind of still work. There we go. Now the other one. Yeah, I have a drop spindle. Yeah, I haven't tried the drop spindle since I was 8, so I don't know on a whirl and distaff. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I do have the drop spindle and I have an actual spinning wheel. And I don't have room in my garage right now because I do some wood carving during the summer. So I have a scroll saw that you have to sit down on it and pedal it. So the seat's a tractor seat, metal tractor seat, and you have to sit there and pedal to get the saw blade to go up and down. It's really, really cool. But there is a car in my garage that we can't sell because the state of Minnesota has not sent us the title on the car. And it's been a year since it's been paid off. So I have about $2,000 that I could really use, but I can't legally sell the car. Unless I want that buyer to get into an accident or something and I get blamed for it. Which would really suck. So that's taken up my garage. It's like, this just isn't fair. Needless to say, I lost a couple buyers because of that. Minnesota's really behind. I mean, big time behind with their DMV and everything. Their computer systems are just so backed up. It's pathetic. It's very, very pathetic. Okay, and I think we're gonna do a little bit of black underline here too, just to kind of give a little more definition. Marshmallow Man. Just a little bit for a while. For a little while it's gonna look like that, but I think that's funny. I love it. Okay, there we go. Or just a little bit of definition. Not too much. I don't want her looking like a streetwalker or a goth. Oh dear. Streetwalker troll. That definitely would not be a PG-13 book. Okay. Oh, neat. Oh, wow. Yeah, hubby and I used to do our historical rendezvous in Minnesota, but they don't have that anymore. And we'd have to, all the crafts that were presented had to be at least within, you know, at least 100 years old. So chainmail applied, you know, stuff like that. But I think that's good on the eyes. But we had to be in full costume, which was a lot of fun. Well, you're looking a little more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and happy here, so let's see, what do we do with you? What do we do with your hair, my dear? You are a troll, after all. If you can smell the smoke through the internet, that means the wheels are turning. Let's see. This is some pretty matted stuff here, though. But I want to keep the curls in it. I don't want to go and brush this through. Hi, Wraith. I hear you through the door. think these greens are going to work out pretty nice. Kind of like that. Little greens, little purples, little blues. That's somebody's scrap that I bought off of eBay a while back. Yeah. Yeah, there's something magical about it. We went to, I didn't have the money to join it yet, but I want to. We have a Weavers Guild in Minnesota. And so we went to one of their events. They had a big sale and a bunch of artists on display and stuff, and there were women there that were sitting there working on weaving and spinning and stuff, and it was magical. It was so cool. And it technically is a fiber artist guild, and so I can join, which I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, it's $50 a year, and I just haven't, it's been in the back of my mind, and I just haven't gotten there yet. So right now, we're going to work on her ears. Yeah, there's something. One of my favorite Disney characters is still Merida. I like Merida. Hot-tempered Irish. I was friends with an Irish priest. Up until he passed away. Well, it's a fun when he called. Or his letters, some of it would be in Gaelic and then Latin and English, and it's like having to translate what he'd write, but it kind of really made it cool because it just made it all the more special trying to read what he'd written. For anyone who's ever watched Art Bell, that was my friend Malachi Martin, Jesuit priest. I've been in and out of the Catholic Church so many times because he served for 3 different popes. And then he'd get kicked out. He got kicked out at one point for studying alternative religions because he said that you couldn't have discussions with people unless you understood where they were coming from, if you were going to be on even ground with them to have proper discourse. He was a doctorate theologian. And, oh yeah, there was all sorts of stuff around that man. He was such a major part of my life, though. But very, very Irish. And oh my gosh, get on the phone with him, and it's like, that accent was so incredibly thick. Oh my word. Careful not to get my fingers here. I'm using the 3-prong tool right now. Oh yeah. Whoops. Whoops, sorry. Didn't want to wiggle the phone there. Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, Paranoia's my wrench. My husband is my other wrench. Oh yeah. Okay. Be well, Lucian. Thank you for stopping in. Fahi. I'm gonna remember that one, Paranoia. Okay, I gotta make sure I get her ears right. Get them the same length and everything. A little bit more there. Yeah, enjoy sleep for me, Lucian. I'm gonna be up all night. I don't think that's thick enough. This was pretty thick. Actually, I need to pounce that down a little bit more right here. Although it will be flattened against the head, so that won't be as bad. Okay, that's better. Whoops. Here we go. Now the other ear. Can't wait till I can get that painting sent to Digital Hammurabi, and I've been so thrilled that they're using the photo of it already on their background. So excited. That Dragon of Marduk turned out so well. I'm just happy with it. Of course, I'll be still joking. I need to do those dragons all over this house. I don't watch my landlord walk in and go, what the... One of the things I want to do, we have an ugly front entryway, and I want to get some small jars of the house paint and do a landscape scene inside the entry, which I know he would keep up. Even if he had to rent this house again or anything, he would keep that mural up because he likes my stuff. I don't get a lot of trolls, but I have a small channel too. Yeah, and it's Saturday. Night, Lucian. I do get some share of trolls, but not too many. Wraith, what is your problem? Daddy's got the upstairs blocked, so I can't go upstairs and wake him up. And the kittens are in their pen, and you're in there talking to people, and you won't open the door and let me come in there and play with the wool and climb on you and drool. Yeah, it is. I've had some try. Like one actually tried to say that, you know, somebody else was a better artist than me, and he was trying to get my ire up, and I went and looked up the guy's channel and actually promoted it in my live stream because the artist he was talking about was really good. And I'm like, hey, I have no problem with that. So that trolling kind of backfired. I was like, man, he's good. I was like, not
everybody's into the same style of art, and that's okay, but you didn't have to be secretive about it, you know? Well, that's a hot pink. I don't know if I want to use that one. Oh. Sorry, sound of cellophane. Amber Lynn ASMR. My sister-in-law got me some wool from Michael's, and so it's in this pack with these little rolls of colors. Okay, and that didn't go through. Fantastic. And when I get done with this, sometimes I'll have little fuzzes that come through the back of a part that I'm working on, and I will take scissors and shear afterwards. I did the same thing with the wolf that I had made on another live stream, as I went and took the scissors and gave him a trim right on the live stream. I put in all this long hair first and then trimmed it down. And he came out super pretty. And my friend Little Wolf really liked him too. And Little Wolf, that actually is a legit name. Real name. Oh, I forgot to mention all the music on the live stream here is from YouTube's channels, and the free stuff that they share, and the names of the musicians are in the description along with the music names. Oh, the main ASMR joke was Amber's ASMR was pretty bad. She was turning pages on a magazine. 10 minutes of that. Like, really? Okay. Sometimes I'll use really good ASMR to fall asleep to if it's pretty quiet stuff. But oh, that's too bunny-like. Yeah, that's right. I had their ears further down. I don't have Tupper in here, do I? Just a minute, guys. I think that pillow's hard on my butt. Tupper, are you in here? There you is. Come here. Come here, little guy. Your ears are a lot shorter. But you're also a little guy. So this is the first Needlefelt I did. This is Tupper the Troll. He's the reason for all the children's stories that are going to be happening. I also, I have my Drabbit from Imaginarium. I have my white Drabbit Dax that I made a wool saddle for. And so Tupper can sit in the saddle. So if we're at the Renaissance Festival and stuff, he can go with. But I have to make a, see if, I haven't checked to see if that saddle fits my dragons, because that would be really cool, because then I'd be carrying my own artwork instead of Imaginarium's. Especially now that Dax is 10 years old and he's taken some beating over the years. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, the ears come, actually the ears are more triangle. Okay. Well, there we go. There, I got it. That's right, I built them into the back of the head. And then laid the hair over top. And laid more wool over top too, so. It's all about just building up the layers on these things. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Whisper ASMR. He is getting a little Fraggle Rock vibe. Oh my gosh. Or she. I love Fraggle Rock. They are a little Fraggle Rock. I have some original troll dolls too. I have about 20 of them that I'm going to do a little repaints on. And like some of them I'm going to make some armor and stuff for them. But one is a nurse doll, and that one I'm keeping. Got the little nurse's hat and everything. And since I am an RN, it's like, yeah, that's just appropriate for me. I only had one troll in the late 70s that somebody had given me, and it ended up getting lost. I loved that little troll though. They were so cute. But I wanted mine to look a lot different. I like that they've got a little Fraggle Rock vibe. That's cool. Thank you. There. Okay, now we're going to build up a little bit to cover this. Podling from the Dark Crystal. Oh, me too. I can't wait. I love the Dark Crystal so much. That's why I had a gray cat named Fizzgig on the horse farm. Lock that in. Give me a little more shape there. Okay, we're going to add a little rosy to the cheeks. I have to be careful doing that because if I do it too tight, it ends up like just round circles. This music was from my former Minecraft live stream, so some parts are a little creepy. August 30th. I am just excited for the Dark Crystal, though. That's going to be fantastic. There. Just a little bitty blush. And a little bit more here. And then I got to add sparkle to her eyes, too. I still don't know what I'm doing with her lips yet. Well, he doesn't have much on the way of that either, so I might just leave them pale. You need a little bit more blushing right there. There we go. Just want to hint at it. All right, now. This is already partly felted, so I don't have to do too much with it. Yeah, I kind of like that right there. This will give me an idea what to do. Ooh, that rolled off the desk and almost went into my bare leg point down. That would have hurt. Pre-2 is out. Now, I haven't played Minecraft in quite a while. I gotta get back into it again because I have a castle to finish. But I've been in No Man's Sky so much. I've been just having fun with No Man's Sky. That and the work schedule, you know, it's really hard to stream when you're not home. Sorry, I bumped the phone stand again. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing hair-wise here. Not quite sure. Because his hair sticks up a little bit more. Okay, I kind of like the purple in the front. Boy, that is some weird music. I picked some weird stuff. Okay, I'm kind of liking where this is going. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Oh, too fun. I just start playing around with things and it's like the magic happens. It's so fun. Don't know where I'm starting and then it just comes about and works. This is dyed alpaca here, which is really silky and soft. It's fantastic fiber because her hair is going to probably come down like that a little bit, I think. Easier than herring Barbie dolls. Yeah, he just had it on the top. Yeah, hi Doorknob. That is actually from my old Minecraft live streaming music, because I used to try and live stream on this computer. And so yeah, the creepy stuff came off of that. Because I thought it was appropriate to have creepy stuff while I'm in dungeons or the Nether, where I really hate the Nether. Ask Paranoia. I get a bit panicked in the Nether. I don't know why. Maybe it's because all the lava. But I don't do well with having to run characters through the Nether. My little trolls had a Fraggle Rock vibe. That's cute. I'm really excited by that. Boy, look at those colors. These are so awesome. That's gonna pull apart. Just gorgeous colors. I will be adding little braids in and little beads and stuff, so her hair is going to get styled. So this wild child look isn't going to stay. Not that much. There'll be a little beads along here or something just to make her look kind of cuter. Or maybe dried flowers or something. I'll figure it out. Ah! It's that music. Oh, her hair is really thick. I'm gonna have to do something down here yet too. But I think for the moment, what I've got with her hair, until I figure out more of what I'm doing with it. This is pretty puffy the way it is, and a little wild and trollish and almost Merida overly curly. Yes, it is complete doorknob. Yeah, I have to get the money together to professionally scan the painting, and then I'm going to do a print of it and send them the print and the original painting, so they get to keep the painting and then auction off the print for their scholarship. Because Josh really, really wanted the painting, and so does Megan, so it's like, I told you guys it was a gift and a thank you for all that you did, you know, so they're gonna be getting the painting itself. So the first time I saw their live stream and my paintings in the background, I was just flipping. I was like, yay! So cute, so cool. I'm excited. I'm going to add some color to her lips. Not tonight though, because I'm going to have to call it really quick here so I can go get ready for work. Yeah, there we go. That works. So yeah, she's going to need some color here, a little more blushing. And then we're going to have to start shaping her body. I think I'm going to have her head at a little tilt here. And she'll have a nice little dress and everything, so I think she's pretty cute. Definitely different than my other trolls. I've done a few of them. I didn't want them looking too bunny rabbit either, so. And we'll have to figure out her clothes and everything. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm running out of steam, and yeah, I gotta get to working. Or ready for work, I should say. So, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I put the wool away before I bring the cats back in here. Yeah, so lots of stuff before work. So thank you guys for popping in. And thank you to my super chats tonight. Oh, I will. I'll tell Smexy hi. Hi, Nadine. I'm sorry you came at the tail end. I'm so sorry. Oh, now I feel terrible. But I gotta get ready for work. So, night, Mad Brooker, and I'll get back to you later on. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get some more live streams going here now that things are settling down and the bottle feeding is slowing down. And yeah, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things. So thanks all for coming. And I hope you have a fantastic night and a good sleep for me, all of you, because I'm going to be up all night. Love ya. Blessed be everyone. How do I stop this crazy thing? Oh, come on. Really. End.